We're live. What's wrong with this? There we go. Good morning. What's up, everybody? It is Friday, December 6th. What's up, Slater? Good morning. Good morning. It's cold in Florida. Guys, it's like 31 degrees outside. Way too cold. Way too cold. What's up, Heather? Good morning. What's up, Heather? What's up, KD? What's up, Jody? From the bunker, Jody's doing WODprep programming. Be like Jody. You guys remember that little trend? I think it's like Bob practices double unders. Bob gets better at double unders. Be like Bob. What's up, Larry? Good morning. 21. That's fucking cold. It's cold everywhere. KD, where do you live? Ugh. It's gross. Tim's in Canada. It's way too dumb. See, you should just move to Florida. The states are better. Boom. Look at this. All right. Thanks, Jody. Sorry we can't print it out. It's because it's app-based. So there's no way to get it to like select. But the best part about WODup is they're a really small company. So we can call them like, hey, can we get this? Can we get this like feature adjusted? So I'll reach out to them. All right, Leslie, moment of truth. How'd it go? Let me know. Thanks, Tim. Larry, did you move from South Dakota to Texas? 14, yeah, whiteboards work. Oof, that's interesting. Did you do that to be closer to Johnny? Because you guys live near each other now, right? Trying to find the Dubai. Darn, that stinks. Sorry to hear that, Leslie. Try a few nights in a row. See if we can make a difference. Yeah, I love it. That's good. Good for you, man. Good for you. That's awesome. That makes me happy for you and your family and John. That's awesome. Man, it takes a village. It takes a village to raise a child. So that's awesome. That's cool, man. That really makes me happy. I love when I see stuff like that. I'm not privy. My wife's family, we have that, right? We have that village mindset. My mom, not so much. Not a chance. So it's good to see that people still, put family first. Makes me happy. Cool, man. Good stuff. All right. I'm trying to find um the Dubai CrossFit the leaderboard. I assume it's on Competition Corner, but I can't seem to find it. Mm, here we go. All right. Leaderboard. Let's see. Share. I can share screens. Dude, playing grandpa. Like I love playing uncle. It's the best for sure. So I can only imagine. Can you guys see this? All right. So the FTP test, hands down, the fucking most boring test ever. But guys, this is fucking insane. I don't think you guys can really grasp what a 379 watt FTP test is, but it's crazy. When um when Hepner did it, right? I would consider Hepner a pretty good aerobic athlete. When he redid his FTP test, um, um, let's see, they did it somewhere. It's only a week ago. I think he did it before he went to. Here we go. So he redid it and got 320. Okay, which is a really good score, right? So he did 298 and then he got 320. And then the winner and the leader was 379. Guys, this is fucking crazy. 320 was like last place. Oh no, 292. Someone's a pussy. But this is wild. Dude, nuts. Crazy. And then the run 251. Wasn't it a 1K? That's not that fast for a 1K, to be honest. Um, Jody, we'll talk about this in like 30 seconds once we get over first day. Let's see if there's any women that broke. 287 for a female is absolutely insane. Insane. That's like let's see, um watts to um watts to cows per hour C2 bike conversion. Um no. Is there a cheat sheet somewhere? I'm looking for pace and watts calculator. Here we go. Let's see what 379. All right. A 379 is a 137 the whole time. Guys, that's insane. People are so fit. I can't even, and let's see what 287 is. Whoops. 287. A 147 for a female. Just wild. Nuts, nuts, nuts. Okay. So Jody's question. Luca, the only one without an affiliation. I don't know. Let's find out. Probably not. No, there's a lot of them. Callum. Whoops. Let me share. Yeah. Yeah. Callum, George, Caravis. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty, right? But the one thing that I do want to kind of point out about this, right? So let's see. Um, let's see. Dubai. Mm, so it's owned by the Sheik, right? I can't say his name. Okay. But it's this is the one, right? Like, I just want people to understand that yes, you can boycott CrossFit or whatever it may be, but you're going to the Dubai Fitness Championships. Okay. He's a sheik, he's a bazillionaire. Do you think this guy hasn't done anything that is shady or that is not up? Yeah. Thank you, Katie. Like it's literally, and I'm not faulting anyone for going to this, but don't claim that your moral high ground is high when you go to an event that is funded by some of the most ruthless humans on the planet, right? It is what it is. And I'm not faulting the Sheik for doing whatever he does. I don't know anything about him, but I know that if you're worth that much, you're probably not the best human on the planet. Okay. So just like, you know, be mindful of that. Yeah, exactly. Right. Like that's what everyone said about golf when Live started. Guess what? Don't no one fucking care anymore. Money talks. And that's fine. I want money to talk. I want all these people to make a career and a profession out of this sport. And if the, like it just is what it's going to be, right? Like there's no one at the top that has enough money to fund sports that is probably a morally sound person. You know what I mean? They're just probably not. They're just probably not. It just is what it is. Um, let's see. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Hmm, I don't know. It's not worth getting up. I'll probably get like shot or something if I try to find what's bad about the Sheik. But I can only imagine, right? And so anyways, I support everyone. I want everyone to make a lot of money. Um, okay. So let's see who's in first. Michael, I have no idea who this is. He's probably some really big dude that's super aerobic. He has to be big to do a 379. Height, weight, nothing. That's weird. Oh. Luke is in second, ninth and a first. This had to be a really good race. 51, 52. Man, they were right there. 3/10 of a second. That's awesome. All right. Let's see who's in first. Matilda Garns. Karen Frey still repping an affiliate, which a lot of people figured she wouldn't. Kristen Holta, go Kristen forever. Oslo, Oslo, Oslo. Shit. Jamie Simmons. Um, Hannah's got some affiliation to WODprep. Brittany Weiss. Yeah, this would be a really tough one for her. This is interesting. She's usually a pretty good runner. Like these times were so close. 7 seconds from first to 10th. 9 seconds from first to 11th or 10th. That's crazy. Close. Close stuff. So a good start. To be honest, a pretty boring opening, but overall good test, right? Like this test, I feel like this run is probably just maybe a little bit short relative to this FTP test. So this FTP test is very much um and they had to do damper 10. That's so strange. I wonder if that helped. I've never seen anyone have to do it on a damper 10. John might know a little bit more about that than I would. Um Specifically to the damper. But this this test into this test, while their time differences are really high, they're still going to benefit kind of a similar athlete, right? Like Brittany Weiss is a great example. She's small, she's lanky, and she might be a good runner from a distance perspective, but a 1K, it's still power, right? I mean, you're only running 2.5 laps or however they did it on a track, right? And so you're just not quite going to get that aerobic athlete. I think this should have probably been like a 2K, a 2K run. I think the scoreboard would look a lot different personally. Um, but anyways, overall, really good. Let's see what's next. So we got the obstacle course. Whoops. I don't know what that is. I don't know if they've seen it. A 5K. Oh, okay. So we have a FTP test, a what do they call it? An OCR, which is what this looks like, and then a 1K run, all offsite. Not a lot of variance to start. Let's see what the heavy complex is. Clean front squat jerk. I love it. I'm all for a lift, double unders and strength, 100 heavy double unders, 20 sandbag. I think there's another sandbag clean workout, isn't there? Isn't the sandbag cleans right here? Oh, sandbag back squats. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's looking like it. It's looking like the Dubai High Rocks Championships. Um, this is a super grippy workout because everyone's going to want to try and touch and go these for a pretty decent amount, and they're going to try to. You know who would do really well at this one specifically would be Taylor. Taylor would crush that workout. Dumbbell loaders and strength. I wonder what the heavy rope is. Elimination sprint, 20 chest to bar, 10 sandbag back squats. I wonder, I guess you just got to get it to your back. Okay. EMOM challenge. Minute 1, minute 2, minute 3. Huh. That's interesting. It's like a buy-in. What happens if you don't make the buy-in? And then so does your time start at the 15-minute mark? That's interesting. I've never seen that before. And then it's just 2 rounds for time. What do you guys think about that? That's an interesting one. I've never seen anything like that before, especially not in a competition. A long workout. I mean, it's going to be 20 minutes. It's a lot of pre-fatigue. That's cool. That's super clever. I like that workout. Lazar, did they do Lazar's workout? No. But this one is a good one. Ski, power snatch, overhead squat, overhead assault for sure. A tough one. And then to be announced. Cool. It's going to be good. I'm excited for the rest of the weekend. We'll kind of follow. As neat. Is it on YouTube? I assume so. This is Friday. I wonder if you're able to watch the offsite event. Probably not. Anyways, all right. Back to it. It doesn't have to be though. I mean, they've got the money. It wouldn't, like, relatively speaking, it wouldn't cost them anything to make this, like, to fucking fly Sean over there and Chase and announce it and market it. They don't market it. I don't know if they just don't want to be associated with the States, or I mean, the only reason the European athletes do this because the payout's so high. But I just think that I feel like they have a lot of opportunity to just do better. So anyways, all right. It was cool I would say 2 years, the 2 years of sanctionals. It was cool. Like when Sam won it, and then like when Matt won it, because the money was so big relative to the rest of the thing. Cool. Oh, Fit Fest. Is that started yet? And that start tomorrow? I don't know. I feel like I'm out of like the CrossFit trauma. I'm a little burnt. What am I doing here? Fit Fest. CrossFit's exhausting me right now. Nope. There's a Fit Fest in Orlando? Who fucking knew? Is it the same one? There is one. Fit Fest? Am I fucking drunk? Here we go. Book tickets. We have like a leaderboard. Oh, it starts in 4 hours. So what time is it there? I don't know, whatever time that is. Spectacle. No. Where's it? Share. You're late. You're fired, Aaron. Aaron's late. Invitational. Enter competition. A rowing indoor championship. What? That's neat. Book tickets, 9 competitions. Oh, I get it. Now I understand why it's called Fit Fest. Haha. That makes sense. Just trying to sell tickets. Is there a leaderboard or something? Do we know any workouts? This is like the most quintessential sales page. They've got to book tickets every scroll at all times. Book tickets is on the screen. Good for them. Oh, Sarah's competing. Oh, Team Europe, Team Rest of the World. That's funny. Let's see. Ariel, Dallin, Emily, Abby, Nick, V, Colton. Do we like Colton? Do we like mullet Colton or no mullet Colton? What do you think? I kind of like mullet Colton. I think you should bring it back. Sam, this is random. Someone must have dropped out. Shelby, Jason. All right. Yona, Lucy, Yella. I don't know who this is. Yolokai, Harry, Amy, Sarah, BKG, and Emma. Cool. Sweet. I think it'll be fun. Let's see. Do we like fit, fast, workouts, CrossFit? No, that didn't work. I don't know. I don't know. I can't pull up anything. Oh well. All right. Is that Patrick? Is he even going? Wonder why they dropped out. Probably because they all got money from. Isn't Ricky at Dubai? No, that's probably not true because he'd be on the leaderboard. No, there's no big name guys there. 50 grand too, but it's cost so much to get over there. I think a lot of people are kind of burnt right now. They all got tier money. They all got rogue money, right? So with the tier, oh, that's right. With the tier money and the rogue money, I feel like maybe some of them are like, all right, I cannot, go all the way across the world, cost $15,000 to get over there, etc. So that makes sense. All right. What else do we got? What else is in the world? In the this. My Instagram doesn't have any CrossFit shit on it anymore. Just memes. Just memes and things that I can't put on the screen. You know? Nothing. Oh, I haven't. I don't know anything about this. I assume if it's with Taylor, I assume it's probably on Instagram, even though he said he wasn't going to do this anymore. Let's see. Let's see. Anything? Of course, it's on his stories. Oh my gosh. Jesus Christ. Hmm. I wonder what happened. Good morning. What's up, Jeff? I only see, let's see. I don't know. Is it on L stories? Taylor's doesn't say anything. It just says Coach L. Yeah, that's all right. They can argue. It is what it is. That's a nothing burger. That's a nothing burger. Yeah, that's all right. He made one comment forever. All right, I'll check out Dan's update. She's doing a good job. She's doing a really good job. I like her stuff. Obviously, I think we're all in our own little echo chamber with um like our viewpoints. Um, but um but I think she does a good job. I like her style of um recap and it's good. No, I like her. I think she's good. It's short. I think it's fun. I'm all for people trying to do media. You don't have to watch it, Grumpalump. Sean doesn't like it. Unbearable. No, she's certainly not unbearable. Is she unbearable because you don't like her opinion? Which that's probably not true. Or you just don't like the style and her voice. Hmm. Oh. um, I'm a hater. I didn't really agree with her last video. Why can't people have an opinion on CrossFit stuff if they haven't done the open? Hmm. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. Dance. Oh, let's go Savon. My my YouTube is fucking all over the place right now. All over the place. Is this the one that was 3 hours ago, Kenneth? The one that went out this morning? 3 hours ago. Who posts at 4 in the morning? They gotta know that's probably not the best time to post a video. Mm, tense updates. Whoa. Hmm. I don't know. That's a lot to look. That's a 17-minute. They're getting longer. They were short. They were really short. Now they're a lot longer. I didn't realize they've gotten up to like 17, 20 minutes. Um, I don't know. Let's see. So I assume this is like the outside community commenting on doing the open. I mean, I think everyone should have an opinion on it, right? Everyone did have an opinion on the world that we live in and the world that we do this in, right? And that's like what made us the bad boys on the block sort of thing. Um, so um, I don't know. I gotta look into it. I don't know if I have a strong opinion. Why can't people have an opinion on CrossFit if they haven't done the open? Mm, hmm. Dude, I think my dog just fucking shit himself. Duke, that's so gross. Mm. Does the comment section represents? Oh, Jesus Christ. Dug in. She dug in hard. Oh, comment. I got it. I see. Um, yeah. Okay. What do I think your marathon time will be tomorrow? I feel like you're like a 4-hour guy. I feel like you're right around a 4-hour guy. Sean, what is that? What's a 4-hour marathon time? Like 4-hour marathon pace. 9-minute mile. Yeah. I think you're right there. 9-minute mile. So whatever that is, like 3:56 or something like that. We support you. Go, Sean. You're gonna do good. Like Shaw comments she didn't like and when yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I didn't watch that one, but you know, it is what it is. Sounded like she saw comments she didn't like, went through profiles and see their CrossFit street cred. Um, I think everyone can have an opinion. I think for your opinion to have like substance, you should probably like know the world. You don't probably have to do the open, but you should, you know, maybe be in it. I talked to a lot of people, not a lot of people, a few, you know, people that I'm close enough with that I would care to have conversations that aren't in the world of CrossFit. Um, and every single one of them based all of their information off of like Mitchell Hooper's thing, right? And you know, some other experts like in like the quasi fitness space that were commenting on it in August, right? And they're like, he killed him. And I'm like, I don't even, what are you talking about? Like, you guys even understand anything that happened? Um, so it's cold. It is, dude, guys, it's so fucking cold. Um, so to say that no one can have an opinion is probably silly, but to say that their opinion is valid, right, or substantial, or with any type of substance outside of like cancel culture, um, and just like woke mob, then no, I don't think so. I agree with her on that stance, on that standpoint. Um, mm, let's see. The updates are becoming more editorial than updates. I don't know if I understand the difference. I'm not in that kind of media. Oh, like too prepared, like too polished, or like too long. What do you think? What do you mean, Jeff? Um, Social media is extremely weird. Um, if doing the open matters, then Savan doesn't get an opinion. Anyone should be able to have discussions. No, for sure. I think everyone, yeah, you know, but just as we say, right? Like, you know, what you say has, you know, like has can have, you know, backlash or an effect, right? So like if you say something shitty, like, you know, be prepared to defend it or to be, you know, attacked or whatever it is, right? Like, you know, words have meaning. So um, you know, so if you say something that people don't like, you just got to be prepared to defend it or to discuss it, or it's social media, and social media is weird, like Kenneth said. But yeah, God, it's just like what a shitty time, you know? It's just like what an exhausting time of this world that we live in, right? Even that we live in, and then this like this even smaller bubble. Um, but yeah, it's exhausting for sure. It's a tough one. All right, let's see. Gonna do this some stuffs. So if you guys are gotta thank our sponsors. Oh, we might be getting a new sponsor, a little apparel sponsor, maybe. Um, Coming soon. But if you guys are trying to improve your sleep, um, no, he didn't actually shit himself. Did my dog act? No, he just has old man farts. They're crazy. Like, and this is a tiny room. This room's only like, I don't know, like 170 square feet or something. And so it's just like I'm just ruminating in it. Just ugh. Um, Speaking of dog shit, or transitioning from dog shit, I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Third Z, PM Recovery Collagen. Um, uh, Third Z is the number one sleep supplement on the market. Does not utilize melatonin. All right. Science backed rest and recovery collagen. Oh, I need to change this logo. That's right. If you guys are looking to improve your sleep, yeah, sleep like dog shit, try Third Z. Use code WODPOD15. WODprep took my code. I had to get a new one. But if you're trying to improve it, it is the best thing on the market without fucking up your hormones and utilizing real science that will actually improve or support effective sleep. It'll get you to down regulate fast, stay asleep longer, and get to deep sleep more efficiently and stay there longer as well, utilizing science backed compounds of collagen, magnesium, L-theanine, GABA, and no melatonin. Super, super important. All right. Cool. Scan the QR code right there. All right. Jody loves doing the open. Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about today. All right. So Spin posted something. This like he transitioned someone, right? Someone watched one of their things and made a comment. Let me see if I can find my. Basically, this person wasn't going to do the open and they listened to Spin and now they're going to do the open. And so I'll pull it up. And so I reposted it to my story. Not that that matters, but I'm very passionate about this specific. Here we go. All right. So basically, new listener. I'll be honest. Before I listened, I wasn't going to do the open, and I was encouraging others to do so as well. I can't describe how I felt after the tragedy. I was heartbroken, mad at HQ. However, after listening, the worst thing you could do is boycott the open. Yes, I'm mad, but I love CrossFit. All right. So, that's a good comment too. I want to talk about this too, Sean. These are good things. All right. Okay. So CrossFit started 2001, right? Greg did this. The games started in 2011. Sorry, 2007. For anyone, and I hope this makes it to Seth, because I think Seth is on the other side of the train. If the open dies, CrossFit as we know it will die. And there's no way to argue that. Will gyms stay open? Sure. Gyms will stay open. But CrossFit as we know it will cease to exist in this format. Competitions will go away. Sponsors will go away. And all of it will go away. And it all starts at the open. The only reason CrossFit and this community and this podcast exists, and you all are sitting in the comments watching, all 20 of you, or all 5,000 that watch Spin, right? Or maybe 1,000 that watch us, or 10,000 that watch Siobhan, or whatever it is, right? Or the 100,000 that watch the games. The only reason that happened is because of Dave in the open. Okay. Now, everything that CrossFit stands for, I support. Do I believe it's the best fitness approach? Do I believe it's the best lifestyle? No fucking doubt. Without any question whatsoever. It is the number one way to live your life from a health, longevity, and fitness aspect. Okay. Right. We are curing the world's most vexing problems. But this is why I don't think MetFix will do anything outside of just be a nutrition plan, right? I support them. I want to be MetFix affiliated and all of that, but I don't think it's going to do anything on the same realm as what CrossFit and the impact worldwide has had. No, nowhere near. And that's because they created this relationship and they created this partnership with the concept of competing for everyday humans. And that's the only reason why it was as successful as it was. Okay. When you were able to give soccer moms the ability to do a pull up, the ability to feel empowered and strong, right? It was over. Nothing has done that. They can go work out and they can do those things, but when you give them the ability to compete when they've never done anything competitive in their life, then it was game over. And that's why it grew. Okay. So if the open dies, CrossFit will die. Affiliates will slowly phase out. It might be a 5 to 10 year process, but it will be gone. Right. Gyms will still be open and they'll do CrossFit, but it won't be the same competition. And all these guys talked about it too. Right. Um, And it's not everything about competition, but the competition is why it grew and why it's sticking around. Okay. The only reason why, and I think it's the only thing that will keep its sanctity of how we all view it as it is right now will be if the open stays alive. Okay. And that's not even to say the games look the same, right? But the open has to live. The open has to live on, right? You can hate HQ, whatever. They're going to fucking sell it. Let's just be clear. Okay. So think deeper than just like, oh, I don't like the people in charge. They won't be in charge for long. Someone's going to buy it. Okay. And maybe it's not this year or next year or the following year, but someone's going to buy it. And it's probably going to be more of a passion project. Right. And at that point, we're probably going to get everything that we want, you know? And so I think that boycotting the open, de-affiliating, all of those things, they do hurt the bottom line of the private equity, Berkshire and Don and Dave and all of them. But I think it hurts us way more. They will all be fine. They will all go and get another super high paying job. And, Berkshire will take a loss against some of their fucking massive wins. $1 billion equity company, billions of dollars. It's not Berkshire Hathaway, by the way. I thought it was. It's Berkshire like Associates or something. And they'll all be fine. $100 million loss to them is fucking chump change. It's way, way, way less than the effect that it would have on me and my family and everyone on the spin and on Savant. Savant says it wouldn't affect him. It fucking would. His sponsors would go away. They would start to go away. If you look at all of his numbers, his biggest shows are CrossFit based. It just is what it is, right? He would find something else, right? And I'm very confident in his ability to make money, but the show would be much different, right? The podcast world would be much smaller, right? And so it would be different, and it would affect us way more than it would affect HQ. And I think everyone is so short-sighted because all of these athletes, they want to burn HQ down and it'll burn them down. They won't fucking be able to be athletes anymore. Like, they have to know this. Like, there's no way that they can think that Willie's Fitness Project is going to somehow pay out $500,000 in the next 2 to 3 years, right? No one's going to go to it. And if they do, great. I pray that they will, and that we have more options, right? And we actually have the opportunity to, like, hey, maybe someone else can do this really, really well, but no one's even fucking close. Okay. No one is even within the same fucking solar system. of being able to do what CrossFit HQ is doing from this like worldwide competition standpoint. And and you can hate them. I'm not happy with them. It sucks, right? I mean, it's not my favorite, but I know if we boycott the open and affiliates de-affiliate, this is going to it's all going to go away, right? Just to be clear, they all think they're going to get the maltreatment in the influencer world. Mal is still fucking funded by CrossFit sponsors. She still has these contracts that are rolling in from her CrossFit career. It will go away. Like it will go away unless she does something else. Okay. She got a lot of money really fast. And if you're smart with your money, great. But you're turning your back and you're shitting in the hand that feeds you by doing this. And it's so short-sighted and just immature, man. Like, like, yeah, you can be mad, right? And you can ask for what it is, but I just don't think people realize that, like, if the open goes away, I'm going to keep hammering this, then CrossFit goes away. There's no, no ounce of my body that believes, um, that believes if the open ceased to exist, that affiliates would continue on and HQ would live on. I think it would be gone. Right? Even if they separate and they sell it or whatever, it has to exist. They coexist so beautifully. That's why we're all here. Okay. It just is. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And I'm wrong a lot. Like I am. There's no doubt in my mind. But I don't think there's a way that that the games go away and the open goes away and CrossFit continues in this general design affiliate model. I think it dissolves over a short period of time because it's what makes us different than Burn Boot Camp or F45. We can say it's the lifestyle and all of these things, but it was the fitness and the competition. That's what was different. It wasn't all of those things. Everyone can fucking put a video up about eating, protein and little starch, seeds and nuts, no sugar. Like everyone can do that, right? But no one can come in and win every fitness competition and be the baddest looking motherfucker in the world, or do a competition on the beach and a bunch of grown ass women wear clothes that make the heads turn of 100,000 people that are walking by, right? And every single person, every single one, they're just like, who the fuck is that? What are they wearing? What are they doing? These, and I think it all stems from that empowerment of the like the middle-aged woman that was not competitive, and that's there. And if that goes away, right, local competitions will be there and things like that, but it will dissolve in time, right? They only existed because of the open, right? You turned this fitness trend into a competition and it fell off. Okay. So I'll answer this one, Craig, and then Sean, I'm going to come back to your question. Do I think Rogue would ever let CrossFit fail? Rogue has outgrown CrossFit by 1,000 times. Rogue outfits college gyms. And so your biggest CrossFit gym in the world might have $200,000 of Rogue equipment in it. Okay. Maybe. That's probably on the high end. Every single college football gym is anywhere from $5 to $10 million. Okay. And they all fucking have Rogue racks, right? The problem is that the CrossFit and just fucking going back to it, the ability to open a gym that does fitness. Does anyone know how much a Nautilus leg extension machine costs? Right. Okay. We'll just show a simple one. Okay. We'll dig into why Rogue has outgrown CrossFit. Rogue and people like Rogue gave us the opportunity to open CrossFit gyms for like $20,000. Okay. This is one. And so from the Globo gym, Planet Fitness, or um, I don't even know, whatever they are, right? This concept of the box design where you have wall mounts, barbells, rowers, open floor space allowed you. I opened a gym in 2015, 14 with a buddy. Okay. We had a $25,000 loan and we outfitted an entire gym to run 7-person classes with rowers, barbells, etc. Okay. 25 grand. This is one leg extension machine and it costs $5,000. Okay. And they've put in, or like, let's see. So, or it was, let's see, like cable crossover, Nautilus, right? Or we have one of these, right? Add to stage. Or one of these, right? Everyone sees one of these. It's 8 grand. Okay. And so Rogue gave us the opportunity to open gyms for basically nothing, right? CrossFit did that. Greg did that. Dave did that. They gave us the opportunity to make these businesses without taking out 6-figure loans, and we're going to continue to turn our back on them. These businesses only exist because of the model that was designed in the layout and the concept that was designed by early CrossFit adopters, right? And so again, another reason to turn your back on the world of this is fucking insane. We wouldn't have jobs. We wouldn't have this life that's fucking amazing. I went to school for 7 years, 8 years. Okay. I have a doctorate degree and I fucking coach CrossFit. I coach CrossFit professionally and I make good money doing this. I have something to fall back on, but I would never, it would take everything. And I can hate HQ as much as I want, but this world that was created by these people is something that I'm never leaving. I'm going to fight tooth and nail till the end for it. Okay. Because they gave me such an amazing opportunity in life. And so going back to the Rogue thing, okay, Rogue and this early allowed us to basically make CrossFit gyms for pennies on the dollar compared to normal gyms. So it gave us a lot of opportunity. Now, Craig, so we'll go back to Craig's question. Craig asked, do you think Rogue would ever let CrossFit fail? Rogue has the most to gain by CrossFit's success. They have a lot to gain, but they also pay a lot of money. They take a huge loss in the Rogue Invitational, millions of dollars, no doubt in my mind. Okay. Even in Scotland, big loss, no doubt. Okay. Unless they keep a bunch of equipment over there. That would be the only way they don't lose after this year. Okay. It sounds like they're going to stay there for a while. So, but they don't make their money on CrossFit gyms. They make their money on these high school and college gyms, and they overcharge, right? It's like insurance. It's like surgery, right? So you have a cash price, we'll call it like ACL surgery, is like $15,000. But then you have the insurance price when it's like $100,000 or $50,000. This is what it's like when they outfit these gyms, because they outfit these gyms with everything logoed, branded fully. They go out there, they fly them out there, they measure it all out. They go with racks, power racks, inlet, force sensors, force plates, band attachments, chains, everything. Let's see. Let's see. Colorado football gym, training, weight room. All right. All right. So this is Colorado's. I think they're. Look at these things. Each one of these racks is like $7,000. Okay. 3 of these is like your average startup gym cost from Rogue. And there's like 30 racks in this gym. I don't know if this is Rogue, by the way, but you can, this might be Sornix or whoever. Here we can stop sharing. Let's see. Rogue College Gym Weight Room. Oh, here we go. Whoops, sorry. I didn't realize I wasn't on the screen. Just kind of hanging out over here in the corner. Here we go. So we'll just view the gallery, right? So this is on Rogue's website. Let's just go through this. Okay. This is like a $10 million gym. And every fucking thing in here is Rogue. Okay. This is crazy. And this is just the football weight room. There's multiple sports in these big schools, SEC schools. A lot of these sports have their own weight room. Okay. Let's see. So UCF football weight room costs. It's brand new. $5.2 million. There was a contribution for $5 million. Yeah, exactly. Right. So anyway, so to go back to Craig's question, do I think Rogue? Absolutely. It wouldn't bother them one bit. It would bother them. And it's their passion project. But yes, they would for sure. Now, I want to go back to, all right, so what do I think the Open is going to be like this year? All right, people are going to be disappointed. So we're putting out an article. I have 1,000 more comments on this. And we have 15 minutes. So the biggest thing that we can take away so far is the Open matters again. Okay. The Open, from a who gets to go play next standpoint, is almost exactly the same as it was in 2018 and 19 at the end, before they started the 10% quarterfinals. Okay. It's almost identical. There still is actually more people going to get to go to the next stage. All right. The numbers from 2018 and 19, right, were roughly top like 500 in the world would get to go to some form of a regional. Okay. Maybe it was a little bit less at the end, 400 or so. Okay. Men and women. And the top 200 masters got to go on to the next stage, and they called it age group online qualifier, and they called it regionals. Now we have quarterfinals as our next stage, or in affiliate. Sorry, there's no more quarterfinals. It's in affiliate semifinal. Now, roughly 1,600 men and 1,300 women get to go. Okay. I'm going to share my screen here. So it's almost still probably 3 to 4 times the amount, maybe even upwards of 5 times the amount of when the last time the Open was this impactful. So it's still a lot of people for the individuals, right? For masters, it's at least the top 200. And for our younger age groups, it's the top, like for 35 to 39. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Cool. So for the age groups, basically every age group 50 and down is top 200. And then every age group above is roughly these numbers right here. So 700 for 35 male, 500. So to respond to Sean's statement, I think a lot of people will be disappointed because he feels it's going to be harder. I disagree. For the top 1,600 men and women, in the top 200, in the top 700, or whatever it is, you can have the same exact open as last year, and the same people are going to get through. And the reason why I believe that's the case is because they're not going to video review anything in this first stage. There'll be no video reviews going into a semifinal. Top 1% sounds like a small number, and relative to top 25%, it's fucking literally 45,000 people different. Okay. It's just crazy, right? It didn't take much to make it, just to be clear. All right. Didn't take much, but it's still not very high on the grand scheme of things. And everyone that is important will make it no matter what. So it matters again. It does, but it doesn't matter as much as it did in 2018, 19, and 20, right? 20 being the first 2021, that late 2019 one. I think that's when they fell. In the top 2% for masters. Nope, I didn't misunderstand. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. In the top 2%. So Sean thinks it's going to be a higher open, a more harder open relative to last year. I don't. I think it's going to be the exact same style because they understand that if they've already hedged their bets. Okay. They've already hedged their bets. Listen to me. No, I'm just kidding. They've already hedged their bets, and they've already tried, and they've already pissed a bunch of people off. I think the open can be very community appropriate and friendly, and still get all I'm saying is I think the open will stay the same because I think all the right people are still going to go to the next stage, and they don't care about that stage. They care about the next stage. They care about the in-affiliate semifinal, right? So I think the open is still going to have the same flair and feel of this, like the cardio open. And then the third workout is going to be hard, right? Thruster, bar, muscle up, right? Which is exactly what Dave said all in every interview, right? What's your favorite pairing? Thruster, bar, muscle up, right? So in that third workout, we'll either have this kind of like stop gate or this like increasing difficulty, intensity, load, complexity, right? Or a big lift to make it 4 scores, but it'll be very similar. I think it'll be like super accessible, then long aerobic, and then like hard complex, right? And so everyone's still going to be able to do it. If they do it any other way, I think they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, right? And so then the narrative that they have to get out is they have to get out as like the open matters again. And so for those people that don't get to go play, this is this open that they had till 2020. All of these people that are like, oh, now I have nothing to, now they have nothing to train for or do it for. What did we do until 2019? Right? Like what was the narrative then? No one was, less people were going to make it then. It was only top 200 for masters, and it was only people going to regionals. Okay. Right. And I know like the hype was different and all these things, but CrossFit's narrative was still there had to be some sort of marketing, right? There had to be some sort of conversation in the gym happening. So we have to have those conversations again, right? I know all these people felt like, no, we basically like, we dangled this, like we like this treat in front of them, and now we took it away. And that sucks. It does suck. But we have to change the narrative from, oh, we're competing to compete into quarterfinals, back to competing against yourself, right? Improving against your competing against yourself on the leaderboard and against your peers on an online competition, which is what we did forever. It's what we've done every year, but we just, the past couple of years, we've structured the season to where people get to compete again, right? So and the same with the masters athletes, right? Like top 735s, it was also 5 workouts. The 5 workouts makes a difference, right? For sure. Like the season and the competition felt longer, but man, if you asked anyone in 2018, they fucking hated after week 4. They hated week 5. They hated it. Everyone did. Everyone complained, right? Everyone complained about it. And so I think the 3 week is good for affiliates. I think it's good for the athletes. Um, and CrossFit's trying to do their thing. But I just think whoever is in charge of PR is an absolute idiot. All I think this could have this new design, one, there they had to have been losing so much money in semifinals that they felt that taking away millions of dollars of registrations for um millions of dollars of registration fees and signups was still going to be a net positive. Like they had to have, right? Because taking away semifinals sucks, and there's no doubt about it. No one wants to be in online competition. It's terrible. And I hope one day we're able to move past that and get back to in person competing in some capacity. Um, uh, but it's still always a money game. And so it's our fault. It's the fans' fault. Everyone's blaming CrossFit. There's, and I know they take a profit or whatever it is. Um, um, and so the fans didn't show up. They also put it in SoCal, right? Which I'm very pro. SoCal is now the worst place to run a CrossFit competition in the entire world. Tier Wadapalooza showed that, right? Or SoCal, Tier Wadapalooza, and fucking semifinals in the event. There's just not a good place to run it. People fucking don't care in Southern California. Go run it anywhere else. If you'd have run tier anywhere else or that regional or that semifinal anywhere else, I feel like we might be having it. There might be a different tune to the semifinal world. Just being honest, I feel like more people would have showed up. Put it anywhere, like fucking somewhere that's never had it, right? Like God, like Vegas or something. Dude, I think it would crush. Anyways, um, I think it was in Vegas one year. I just something just SoCal is just not the right place anymore. Um, so for them to take away semifinals and put it all online had to be that much of a loss because they're going to lose a lot of signups. And that's why they went back to that. They're trying to increase the sanctity and the efficiency and the professionalism of this online stuff by not allowing 25,000 people to do it and keeping it to this small number. I think opening up the judging was a good call too. But it is going to, I think the open is going to kind of come back to what I was saying. The open is going to look the same. I think it's going to be exactly the same. They're going to focus all of their attention on this in affiliate semifinal to make it good. But man, they could have they could have said this different, right? They could have presented it as, going back to our roots, masters are back to top 200, but a little bit more, right? In individuals, your average regional qualifier was around 400th, right? Now we get 1600, still get to go to the next stage. And it's just not, it's online. But so more people still get to go. So I don't think the open has to be perfect, right? I don't think the open needs to be this like perfect program that is going to get the right, top 50 people through. Top 2% for masters and 1% for individuals is still very, very, very easy for a lot of them to make it without trying. So yeah. CrossFit, it was a loss leader. That wasn't generating something else. Yeah. I know this was awesome. But they never they never did anything with it. It was clear that they would never address them. But I hope I mean, I did it. I would go through that all the time. And so you could do that. Everyone could do it. So everyone forgets when we could see video submissions and vote on them. I never knew how that went away. Yeah, me neither. I don't know why. I feel like Hiller made a video on that at some point. But yeah, it was great. But you could only see video submissions if they made them public. So you could, because you couldn't see everyone's, because everyone had to submit videos. Maybe it was just all the unaffiliateds. I don't know. I can't remember, but it wasn't everybody. Like you couldn't see all the videos. But yes, I agree. I don't know why they ever took that away. I'm glad it's coming back. Very glad. I will take all the judging stuff, all the whatever, right? O1, I have my O1, but we'll do all the things. Jeff, what's my opinion on Pat Vellner's take that elites are too good? Is that what the take was? Was that it? I don't want to. I'll comment on that specifically, but is that exactly what the take was, or is it that? And you're talking about from Peter's podcast, Coffee Pods and Wads. What's my opinion on Pat's take that elites are too good for online qualifiers? Yeah, they did, and it was a lot of them, but it just wasn't everyone, right? Because I feel like a lot of people had to submit, but we couldn't see like Rich's video was never public or anything like that. So GameSide had a link. I remember that's where Trevor Bachmeyer appeared. That's true. Okay, what's my opinion on Pat's that elites are too good for online qualifiers? I think it's not a great move for the sport. Um, uh, yeah, Cluck. I think it was like I don't recall that either. He didn't want to do them. So I don't think any elites want to do online qualifiers. There's too much scrutiny into video review, and it's much harder. Like it's like replay, right? When you can slow it down, everything looks different when you're trying to move really fast, right? So I think I don't think it's the best. I think obviously in person is better for sure. But if this is our only option, if this is our only option and they still want the bag, then they gotta fucking do it and shut the fuck up. Stop complaining, right? Be a better athlete. Be more person. And so here we go. Here's the take. All right. Write this down. And this isn't just to Pat. This is to anyone that's fucking complaining. Okay. The reason why in person, while the semifinals and these in regionals and all that went away was because the fans did not show up. It's not the athlete's fault. Okay. It's not the athletes, or I'm sorry, it's not, it's our fault. There's not enough money coming in to the sport, to these online things. And that could be CrossFit too, right? The athletes need to be more personable. They need to be more famous. They need to have more followers, right? They need to find a way to get people to want to come watch them work out. All right. And so it's everyone's fault for not coming to the events and watching them. So it's us, it's on the athletes, it's on CrossFit. But if there's a money loss, we can't operate. This is what I don't fucking understand. Okay. Is people expect like, oh, we don't want to do online qualifiers. Well, then you need to fucking put your foot down and you need to help get these in-person events to be more successful. Willie's Fitness Project, unless the fucking sheik is funding it, will die in a short amount of time because no money will come in. Okay. Sponsors aren't coming to these things. Okay. And so if there's no money, it can't exist. You just have to understand capitalism's fucking real, guys. And it's just it's just how it works. Okay. And so if these things are going away, CrossFit has to know that it's better, right? It costs a lot of money. If they were fucking making money at them, they would do it. It costs like $100 million to run a football game, like one game. Okay. Do you think they lose money on it? No, they don't fucking lose money on it. This is called a business. It's a business. It's still a business, and the sport has to make money to live. Okay. You can't do things. Whose pockets is going to come out of, right? Is Berkshire just going to start shelling money out and just like, oh, here we go. It's fine. We'll just do this loss forever. Yeah, the demand isn't there, and that's fine. And if it's not there right now, then that is probably CrossFit's fault. But either way, we can't run events if it's not there. Okay. So you can't fucking complain. Oh, I want to be in person when there's 37 people in the stands with 40 athletes 30 judges, most of them that fucking volunteer, right? Scoring, media, costs a lot of money to run it. And if it's just not making money, it's not making money. So you can't fucking complain when you know the reason they're pulling it isn't because they just don't want to do it. It's because there's no money in it. And if there's no money in it, then we can't expect them to do it. Like it's just such an unrealistic thing to even ask, right? You know, if they were making money and they pulled it, I don't know. That would be fucking crazy. But we know that's not the case. Trish, I feel like you're angry. I think it can be. Okay. I think CrossFit could do a better job. And there's a lot of things that CrossFit could do it, right? Um and so I think the online thing is less ideal, but if it's the direction that we need for you to go get your fucking $500,000 bag, that's the fucking rules. Okay? That's the rules. Just is what it is. There's no other way around it, right? Athletes have been moaning about online qualifiers for a while, wanting a free pass straight to semis. Yeah, and either way, right? We can't have in-person events if they're going to be money like their money loss, right? There's no option. So we as fans have to do better. The athletes from CrossFit have to do better, right? That's what it is. So this is interesting. Gen Z approached it differently, and now young kids are bodybuilding. That's just because all these fucking kids have the tabooness of taking drugs has gone out, and everyone's fucking like all these young kids are taking drugs. Anyways, on the next one. Right. And it's not. It's clearly not doing CrossFit, not even making money. If it caused anything else in the company to be significantly profitable, it would help. But it doesn't. Right. And so that's the direction that they're trying to go. Right. And again, once they sell it, maybe all of this changed, the tune changes, everything changes. But it's, complaining with, no, like, this is just, again, this short-sighted mindset of my rant earlier of like boycotting the open will kill the sport and kill this world without a doubt in my mind. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm wrong about a lot of things, but I don't think I'm wrong about this one. Okay. And so same thing is when we complain without any direction or any suggestions of improvements, then we're not doing any good. We're not doing any good for anyone. Okay. And so it's just put myself back on the screen here. I think that it is time wasting, energy consuming, and just pointless. Okay. And so this is it. This is also the other one, right? You market to everyone, you market to no one, right? And so the 30 million, I think Spin talks about this and Chase talks about this. And, I think we're all on the same page there. I think there's a way to find a way to salvage this. And move in the right direction. Right. But when there is so much weights on the books and the P&L, it's really, really hard to make big changes. So dude, the fucking the Gen Z hair thing is so weird. I don't understand it. It's so strange. Like I feel like my hair is like kind of nice. But like their hair, like the fucking salad bowl thing, that shit's so weird. I swear to God, if Bennett does that shit, I'm gonna beat him. Like just flat out. It's weird. It's so strange. I don't get it. Like the fucking like I don't know. I don't know. Now I feel like the PFA played dirty with their demands, so CrossFit saying fuck them, we'll put together our own group. Yeah, yeah, I mean that definitely happened, right? Like there's no doubt in my mind. Like they tried to run with the big dogs and they they got shat on. I mean that's just really what happened. There's really nothing about that was a nothing burger. Um, but I don't think that really that's not going to be a driving factor of direction. Um, um, we keep rolling. Yeah, yeah. The Reebok thing was less than ideal. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Your fault. You're a Gen Zer for sure. It doesn't. It doesn't hit different. Terrible. Yeah, I think there's definitely some things that they could do, but what's happening here? What are we talking about? I still don't get the high and tight haircut combined with the beard. Is that mine? Are you referencing me? Um, there is no buy-in because CrossFit is not we don't have that, like you said, we don't have that stigma um anymore, kind of that like that edginess, you know what I mean? Even most people they don't do the actual methodology. Um oh, you asked this last time. Sorry, Craig. I meant to Mal won't return. Emma Carey's coming back for sure. Um I still think, are you talking? I feel like clock just like jabbed at me. I feel like I caught a stray here for no reason. What's up? Go shoot, Trish. Bennett's still sleeping. We don't got to get him to school today. It's my wife's birthday. 35, by the way. So we have stuff planned. Oh, geez. I don't know if I've followed. If I had to pick 1 year of .com to follow, what are you picking? I still think any year would be really good. Like even looking at .com right now, like I've taken a like I don't think any year um I don't think any year is a bad year, right? I mean, I even think this past year was solid even with like the other programs. There's a lot of variance. Um uh and I mean .com, I mean just look at it. I mean today's .com is fucking savage. It's basically fight gone bad with rope climbs, power snatches and shuttle run. Like so I don't think .com has ever truly faltered. I know we've gone through phases. There was like maybe not the like the Greg year, right? When they were like doing milk jugs and stuff and it got really um like elderly focused. Um um stop screen present share. Here we go. Like today's. I don't mind them. Uh again, I haven't followed .com well enough over the years consistently enough, but I mean this workout's awesome. This is a great workout. This is fucking hard. I mean, it's fight gone bad, but with shuttle runs, rope climbs, and hang power snatches, right? Um, uh, but I mean, I would pick any year. I actually like. So you don't like the celebrity programmers. I like them because I think the flavor and the flair just changes a lot. Um, and I think I think they're all really good still. I mean, I could probably go in there and like actually work through it. That's a JR question. That guy knows the .com better than anyone. But I've actually been pretty happy with it this year as far as taking some ideas into our own programming at WODprep. Um, some of the workouts I send them to Brandon, who runs at Mako, and then we do some of them a little more specific to actually a .com. But I think they've been really CrossFitty, like very traditional. Like this is a really hard workout. This is a great workout. You know what I mean? It's varied, it's variance, very L1, long, medium, short, weightlifting, 9 minutes, 3, 6. This is super intense. Oh, thanks, Trish. That was very nice of you. Thank you. Um, uh, they they go through it like every couple of months. They'll do one. I think the last one was maybe Christian Harris. I don't know. It was a while ago. But I liked his. He does everything kind of like almost like jump ship style. Like it's like 60 minutes. It's all kind of on a clock. And then again, this workout, dude, this is at 135. This is spicy, super spicy. Great workout, right? Old school right here. Some barbell cycling into static work. I love it. So Trish, to answer. So I think any year would be good. I feel like there's probably better years than, but I don't have a good answer for it. I don't know them well enough. But thank you. It was very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Jody, so what I do, so I have a rope in my garage, and so I just string it over the pull-up bar, right? Um, and you can still do like seated grabs or seated pull-ups on that rope. Or if you could anchor it to something, you could do like from a seated position, pull the knees up and lock the feet in on the rope and still get 1 or 2 pulls, even to a low ceiling. Ropes aren't that expensive. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, it's my longest show ever. Hour and a half. Oh no, I guess I've done hour and a half. So we started at 6:30. Anyone have any other questions? Let's see. A little 111 day. Let's see. Can we go to the dates? Oh, I guess we gotta go. We go what, 14, 1, 1? Is that what it'll look like? Probably something bad will pop up. Nope. Let's see. No, I knew they fucking wouldn't be. I didn't have a doubt in my mind that they wouldn't make it. I knew we would get snubbed without a doubt. When we lost that game, there was nothing. I didn't have a lot of faith that we would make it, solely because the Canes are really good at fucking up everything. And so I don't know. I don't know how to find them. Let's see. Explore workouts. Oh, here we go. Aha, that's nice. I wish they would do this for the fucking the journal. That would be sick. Let's see. Ring dips. Oh my god. 5 rounds? I don't know. I mean, I think so. Switching to football, I feel like if SMU does really well, we know Clemson just goes through waves, right? Um, uh, I think if SMU makes it out, like, wins whatever their, or whoever wins the ACC, I think they're going to be, they'll be, was it UNC or was it North Carolina State? I thought it was North Carolina State. Oh, it is UNC. Huh. Um, but yeah, I'm on the fucking dude. I'm on the Pony Express, dude. Ah, got it. I mean, that would be great for the. So I think so. This is the biggest thing for college football now is money is more important, right? And so we can have these huge. The SEC is going to beat themselves to shit every year. So I think it's going to give opportunity for these other teams to sneak into the top 12, as long as they are um, they have a decent record, right? And so I think we're going to be able to like always be close. We'll always be there. So right. So this right here, you know what I mean? They'll pull someone will transfer. They'll pull a quarterback, right? They'll pull a running back, and they'll pull like a couple D linemen or something like that just for this. This NIL is going to really continue to balance out these top conferences. Um, And so they did get snubbed for sure. Alabama shouldn't have been in. I feel like you could make a case for like no 3-loss team gets in or something like that. But I mean, I'm not super upset about it. It is what it is. I'm super happy for Cam. Cam should win the Heisman, but he won't, which I think is dumb. Um, uh, he he's the number one passer in the country. He's the number one. I mean, they have the number one pass offense in the country, only ahead of Miami. So to say it's like, oh, he's not good. He's threw for like he averaged like 370 yards a game. So I mean, he's still McCord is still fucking good. But I think the strength of conference is there. I think the ACC. I think if SMU does well, the ACC strength of conference will continue to creep up. Especially if Belichick goes to UNC, I think it's going to be more balanced. But I think the NIL allows it to be more balanced, right? Not everyone wants to go to SEC. They want to play. They want to have a chance to win. And I think the NIL is balancing out these schools and kind of like further into the depth, like the depth of the conference. And so I think we're going to continue to see teams flip and roll over every year. And it's not going to be the same 4 teams for 15 years, right? So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What do I know? All right. Little man's waking up. Cool, guys. Well, hey, thanks. Thanks for hearing me rant. Please do the open. Sign up. It's important. It really is for this world to continue to live. Even if you don't like it, even if you think it's going downhill, don't be a part of that process. Um, you know, it gave us a lot. Don't turn your back on it. Sweet. Thank you much. We'll see you guys. Maybe I'll convince John and Travis to do a podcast at some point. But either way, we'll be back here. Maybe I'll do an extra. If we don't start, maybe I'll do an extra morning show. Let me know what you guys think as you're finishing this up. Enjoy the day.